this Yoon he's a desperate man whose popularity has been sinking to I think really record lows. Among other things, his wife is involved in some pretty dirty dealings, and she's got quite a sordid history to her personal story. Just it's a total. These people, they are the Bidens of Korea, basically. You know, to put it one way. So, just checking out what we got here on Facebook. Actually, we are getting a few comments coming our way through the restream. So, shout out to Joshua Allen Huckle and Zane Ivy, who's connecting with us via the northern part of Seoul, capital, of course, of the ROK, Republic of Korea. The opposite of money, says Joshua, would be debt. And so there. I guess, was that what you were getting at, Vinny? Debt is the opposite of money, or not?
That's an interesting one. I'll consider that.
Okay. Well, yeah, because I guess you're thinking like credit, right? Credit, and the thing is, like, credit. Why do I need credit? Why don't we just have why don't we just have default credit as much as we want? Why do we have to?
Well,
It's
see,
like a
that's just the thing, because we do, right? But it's been brokered off.
right, right, yeah, and the whole business we hear about from time to time regarding the birth certificate, I guess, right? And what that carries with it, something to the tune of at least $1 million, I guess, for those of you who know how to reclaim your credit, your birth credit, I guess, and birthright. It can be done, so the story goes. But you know, uh, it seems to be a rather complicated.
Easy enough to go look at your balance. Super easy. Even though on the front page there's a warning that doesn't exist.
So what are you saying exactly? How does that work?
Well, you just turn over your SS card.
Yeah.
And there's a red, and that's your account number. And you input that on the website where it's representative of a treasure chest. That's CODE. And then it'll bring up your balance. Very simple. And you're just use your birth date as well. And bam, there you go. My roommate, his was like $300 something, and he was like 60 something at the time. Yeah.
Well, was he able to claim, that
No, he didn't
credit?
do it. We just checked it out. He was willing to do that. I wasn't willing to do that.
Oh,
but he was, and yeah, I have pictures. I took pictures, of course.
Good stuff.
So
Zane Ivy.
It's pretty neat.
Yeah.
Let me know.
Well, I tell you, that'd be something if you could bring to the table as far as Operation Secret Santa is concerned. One of those areas where, we like to emphasize thinking outside the box. That would be a pretty good example of how people that find themselves in desperate or dire straits might be able to, if they're able to unlock that credit, as it were. And it'd be interesting, we got the etymology, the philology, the deep linguistic meaning, really, and true essence of credit. It's got to be, I should know, like it's creed. I guess it's belief. Credo. Creed. Yeah. It has to do with belief, I guess, right? We hear about that routinely, the belief in people. Everyone agrees, like, okay, this piece of paper has value, right? Government issued credit piece of paper has value. Let's we are jumping around a little bit here as usual, but Welcome back to the show, folks. This is the way we roll out here via the high, often all too intrepid digital seas. World Pirate Radio News with yours truly, the Robin Hood's Chief Communications Officer, Jaffe Ryder, and a great.
In a while.
It has been
I
a
think I'm getting
while, yeah.
seasick.
What's that?
Yep. No. I'm getting seasick from the digital seas.
Well, I tell you, it was a well-deserved rest, and I'm. It just couldn't. The timing seemed to be right, and given the fact of what this high risk, huge political gamble, very selfish too, of course, that Yoon embarked upon, that he tried to pull. It was his trump card, really. The most, like, what more could you really attempt to do? And thank God once again those legislators managed to gain access to the National Assembly and have their vote registered. On top of that, it should be added that even Yoon's party, for the most part, they did not support his sudden, surprise announcement at all. So it's, people are thinking he's kind of he's desperate, but he's also mentally unstable, unfortunately. And this is the sort of thing that happens with power. They talk about, like, people with manic depression and sense of mania and overinflated sense of self-importance. Well, isn't that what we see happening all too often with people uh, operating in the realm of worldly power? They say, in order to more clearly see someone's true character, just give them a little bit of power. So yeah, and he's got a lot, unfortunately. As the old saying goes, most of us, I'm sure, more than familiar with, power corrupts. Absolute power corrupts, absolutely. uh Zane Ivy here, busy adding a few comments and copy paste jobs via places such as CNN, uh, stating, just to begin with here, that Yoon, for the record, is a conservative but National Assembly leftist. So yeah, that's why. So he's a full blown fascist, really. Um, National Assembly leftist. Yeah, if you want to frame it that way, I guess. Right. Um, but also, let's not forget that you could see it in the sense of there being no either left nor right. There is either simply uh, tyranny or freedom. It's really simple. Look at those medals. Wow, they must have really done a lot, these North Korean generals, to to earn so many shiny medals. Uh, must make them feel really good. Really, really important.
Hey, Jeff, did you
Yeah.
see that video? The drones being assembled?
In North Korea?
It was in China, I think.
Well, they're gonna.
Apparently, that's the
Yeah. Well, North Korea is putting together a whole host, a whole fleet that they want
like,
to.
yeah, it's like they lift up in the sky, and the sky looks like it's gridded. It's really creepy looking. I mean,
Uh-huh.
I don't know how real the video is, but I put it on my Telegram just to save it.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, pretty creepy.
I don't think we gotta. I don't spend enough time over on Telegram. We have to work on better connecting. Like I said, I've just totally dropped off the map as far as social media is concerned, and been focusing on music, relaxation, meditation. reflection, and kind of spiritual, Buddhist largely practice of trying to just cultivate a calmer inner space, calmer, loving,
Right.
self-loving versus loathing. That's the problem so many of us have. You meditate, Chris?
Yeah, I do. Yeah.
Is there any particular style or method that you technique you practice that you
Well,
embrace? Or
I like to put some music and just like go like freestyle kind of thing, just like sit down and like yeah, like
whatever works, I
I
guess,
have
eh?
my technique that I always use.
Sure, yeah.
Yeah, like yeah.
That sounds like my meditation method as well.
There we go.
Oh, I didn't
Go ahead.
get that.
Didn't get
I just
what?
put it in the. Yeah, there you go.
What he said, what Vinny said.
Vinny
I was saying that's how I meditate as well, Christian.
Yeah, same thing. Eh? Like you just relax with music or like yeah.
Yeah,
I love to
something
like 528 or like 432 like hertz music, like relaxation music, and you just like let this play in background and just like yeah, trip yourself out. Yeah.
Indeed.
What where does your center of consciousness or focus of attention go?
I try to focus on nothing.
Mm-hmm. So
Like that's the goal, like to just like like empty and after like or if I have to like meditate on something like a matter or something, that's gonna be more like uh halfway like meditating like that halfway with a pen kind of thing, like like
with a pen.
yeah, like kind of like if it's for issues, like just like like you while you're meditating, you grab all those ideas, like 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 kind of like you're in your bubble kind of thing, like for like when I'm talking issues, not like just like emptying yourself and like being like like talking when you're meditating on like certain like how to do something, or like find a solution, or like it's kind of a meditation too, like for me. So but like it's halfway meditation, halfway like like you you write down your stuff that you think about during like what you like, you're just like focusing on this kind of thing.
I think I partly understand what you're getting at, actually, and it reminds me of how when people are, when we are struggling with some sort of problem in our lives, like it's a question or trying to come up with a solution, and then we can't do it. It's just really frustrating, and then we go to bed, and we lay down and go to sleep for a little while, and then either in our dreams or throughout the course of the night, by the time we wake up, the solution it's just there magically.
Appears.
Yeah. So, and I think that comes probably with the relaxation of just a lessening
just shutting down,
tensions. Yeah,
like not taking everything personally, just like draining it first, and after like once you're drained, like like that you're mellow, and like you put yourself from another angle to like deal with your issues kind of thing. So yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Very like open. This is another sort of theme, I guess, or a sense of openness to the universe, maybe, really openness to yourself and to the universe. But Yeah. So yeah,
the
things
magic.
are. Pardon me.
To the magic, yeah.
Well, whatever it is that the way that for me, yeah, consciousness is a mystery. This creation, the fact that we're here. George Carlin often used to reflect upon this, and it's an important question. Obviously, why is there something rather than just nothing at all? Right? Why are we here? Like, what we have this sense of time and space. Right? I guess a relative way through throughout the course of our lives, and then we're told like, oh, by the way.
Bill Hicks said it's just a ride.
Okay, hang on. Do we have I hear some it sounds like Dave Kelso quietly. You'll have to pipe up there, Dave. Pipe up a little bit. Dave Kelso.
Dave.
That's weird. I've got my input up. Testing 1 2 3.
Crank it up more if you could. A little more.
Testing 1 2 3.
And even a little more. A little more. That's a little too much. That's a little too much. Dial it down. Dial it down. I don't know. He's going off the deep end there now, Dave. Is he just playing with us, or is that actually his
It could be done without that.
Dave, no. Dave, no, your audio's gone totally. Okay. Well, we're gonna. We don't want to mute him out. Okay. No. I think you should reset your audio. You got to reset, my friend. Okay. Real simple. You mute people that are having issues, either, intentionally or just, because of technical problems. So try to get that straightened out, Dave, and we'll bring you back into the conversation. So let's see if we can, flip things around here to what Sonia shared with us. Whoops. Well, we don't want that. We want the fleet of these drones. Actually, look at that. We can. Yeah, this is what we're looking at here in